Hello and welcome to my unboxing and first look at the Warhammer 40,000 Conquest issue number 25. It's in here. It contains the second half of the easy to build Space Marine Primaris Redemptor Dreadnought. Typically this model would cost you £25 from Games Workshop, so to get it in 2 issues for £16 is incredible value, even cheaper than third-party sellers. So let's unwrap this. You get considerable many more pieces than issue 24. The front cover looks very similar as well, and that's what we'll look at first. So what we'll do is we'll just go through all of the pages in here and then look at the sprues. So the headliners are discover more dreadnoughts, paint your Redemptor, powerful models in your games. So here you go, Space Marine Dreadnoughts, Contemptor Dreadnoughts, very, well, poor, terrible kit. I don't like that Contemptor Dreadnought at all. If you want a Contemptor Dreadnought, pay the extra money and get one from Forge World. Yes, it will take you a bit longer to build and you'll have to use super glue instead of the plastic glue, but you can pose it any which way you like and it's worth the extra money just to get a model that you'll enjoy more making and you'll enjoy more seeing it in your army. Enough said about that terrible Dreadnought. This is another quite decent Dreadnought, the Ironclad Dreadnought or Siege Dreadnought. I do have one of these, maybe I have 2 of these, I'm not sure, but that's a very nice plastic Dreadnought. Space Marines Dreadnought Weapons. There you go, there's a few there. That looks like all of them, except for some of the Forge World ones. Disciplines of Decay, another focus on Death Guard there. It's nice there because you've got a little focus on Traitor Titans too, and Traitor Knights, Dark Mechanicum and Traitor Guardsmen. How to paint your Redemptor Dreadnought. So obviously the build guide was in the previous issue, issue 24, and now they get to explain how to paint it. They take some parts off because they say, you know, you don't need to glue them, and you don't really, because you can then pose this Dreadnought the way you see fit. More paint guides, and then also use that texture paint on the base. And then how to paint your Dreadnought, that's fully completed pretty much, except for any of the highlighting. Redemptor Strike, so you get a battle introduction, Redemptor against all the Poxwalkers and 5 of the Plague Marines, it looks like. There you go, there's Redemptor Dreadnought, suffering damage, explodes, changing data sheets. So yeah, it just introduces you to the number of damage it takes. It reduces its weapons skill and movement speed. I kind of get the movement speed, but weapon skill and ballistic skill being reduced, so they go on to explain that. And there's a Redemptor Dreadnought in a little game that they've put together, and also there's the data sheet for it. Now this is the data sheet for the Redemptor Dreadnought in this subscription, because it just has the Fragstorm grenade launcher, the heavy flamer, the Onslaught Gatling cannon and the Redemptor fist. So it doesn't have the weapon profiles of the Redemptor Dreadnought in the Space Marine Codex. Most of these data sheets in this collection are slightly different than the ones in both of the codexes. You've got a mission briefing here, Fury Unleashed, and Might versus Blight. And then we get a sneak peek at issue 26, which I will be doing an unboxing and review combined because it just contains paints and I do that. And then issue 27, you've got half of a Chaos Rhino tank, which is brilliant, and I really like the Rhino kit, but you do get a Plague Burst Crawler. That's it for the magazine. This is the sprue right here, the other half of the sprue. So if I've got the other sprue, because I'm doing all these first looks together, this is the other sprue that you got in issue 24. So put them together, they basically went like that. That is your 3 sprues to make the Redemptor Dreadnought. You can clip this out in a couple of minutes. You can build it in a couple of minutes. You're going to have a few mould lines on the legs, on the power plant, on the fist, but nothing too serious. This is first made in 2017, or designed in 2017, so it's a couple of years old now. It came out later in the year after the full kit, but again, great way to put a massive Dreadnought. You know, it's I think bigger than the Leviathan Dreadnought, onto the tabletop very quickly. So these are the parts you get in issue 25. You get the back, you get more of the sarcophagus, you get the other half of the onslaught cannon, you get the right foot, and then you get the legs, and then you get the other half of the Redemptor fist with the flamer on there. So that completes your Redemptor Dreadnought. Join me in the next video where I will be reviewing both issue 24 and 25 together and looking at this completed Redemptor Dreadnought and going through all of his rules. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.